Well, we're moving on up to the side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. We're moving on up to the side. We finally got a piece of the pie. Fish don't fry in the kitchen. Beans don't burn on the grill. Took a whole lot of trying just to get up that hill. Now we're up in the big leagues, getting our turn at bat. As long as we live, it's you and me, baby. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Forever moving on up to the side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. We're moving on up to the side. We finally got a piece of the pie.
Mpulse Summit transforms lives spiritually, personally, and professionally. Register at mpulsesummit.com.
Moving on up there.
Who you with? Who you with? Who you with? Get crop. Who you with? Who you with? Who you with? Who you with? Get crop. Who you with?
Let me tell you, I don't know who you with, but I know who you should be with. And that's with Mpulse Summit Victory 2024 going down in Charlotte, North Carolina, September the 21st to the 23rd. Where will you be at? You need to be with us in Charlotte at our new location. And that's going to be at the Hilton at the airport in Charlotte, North Carolina. Now, I know you've heard about Mpulse Summit. If you haven't, tap somebody on the shoulder and tell them they need to come on in. Come on in. We get ready to do a recap of what went on just last weekend in Atlanta, Georgia. We had a phenomenal team that joined us. And when I tell you, lives was changed tremendously in Atlanta, Georgia. Now, this team came all the way from Fayetteville, North Carolina. They came from Chicago. They came from Tampa. They came from Jacksonville, Florida, all under one roof to bring so much information, so much sharing. I'm telling you, it was amazing. And I don't want you to miss anything that's going on. I want you to kind of hear some of the things that we talked about, some of the things that we did, but it's victory. And it's victory coming up in 2024 Mpulse Summit, where we're transforming lives spiritually, personally, and professionally. Now, I want to bring to the stage some individuals that made it happen this past weekend. I know some traveled all this weekend and did some amazing things, but I'm going to just bring up this first individual all the way from Fayetteville, North Carolina, color specialist herself that gave so much knowledge in Atlanta at Bronner Brothers this past weekend. And we'll be bringing you knowledge to Victory 24 Mpulse Summit in Charlotte. Please welcome Miss Deidre Clay.
Hey, everybody. I got the victory. Yes.
So we got another double duo that's going to be joining us. And when I tell you, these team, mother and daughter, all the way from Jacksonville, Florida, that did such an amazing job with showing techniques on textured hair and, you know, how to really get amazing styles. Y'all, please welcome to the screen none other than Miss Tracy and Morgan. Now, we had a young lady that came all the way from Chicago. Y'all see this adornments on this, and y'all see how we did all this, right? It was because this young lady, silk press diva herself, young lady that is gifted in so many ways. Y'all, please welcome to the stage, to the screen, other than Miss Sierra Chantel.
Hey, y'all. Hey, who you with? Who you with?
But listen, we got this husband and wife team. And when I tell you where you see one, you see the other, and they complete each other. Make sure y'all please welcome to the screen none other than Lee and Christy Oliver.
Hey. Victory, we got it.
Hey, we got it. So listen, let's get with it, team. Let's get with it. let's talk about last weekend. So we came in on Friday, right? And we started with our amazing models. I mean, these young ladies' spirit was amazing. They came in, poured into us as we poured into them. Friday evening. I'm gonna start with you, D, and we're just gonna briefly go through what's some of the things that you could say Friday started. Because see, one thing about the Impulse Summit team is team no sleep, and we believe in victory. So Friday, tell us a little bit about it.
Friday was amazing. The spirit was just so serene and calm. It's like all the models and all of us had always known each other. It was such a connection, and everybody was in it to win it together. After we got up them steps, we were cool and ready to go. But it was just an amazing spirit. Everybody was looking out for each other, helping each other, and the models were just as excited to be our models as we were to be able to touch their heads.
Amen, amen. Miss Tracy, what about you? What about you, Tracy?
I totally agree with Misty. After the steps, everything was phenomenal. This was my first time with the team, and it felt like we knew each other for years. The harmony, the connection, everything was just simply amazing. Amazing. The models were great, ready to get worked on, Dr. Ron, so we could hit the floor with you. It was an amazing weekend.
So your twin, twin. Where have you been? Right now,
Yes.
tell a little about Friday. Let's just start a little bit about Friday. Tell a bit.
Oh my God, just being in the room with everyone, just it was just phenomenal. I'm not gonna stay long. I just want to let you guys know I'm just so grateful for being around you guys. The models was great. We just all flowed together. It was a beautiful thing.
I love it. All right, Lee and Christy, what about you?
So I can tell you coming into to the environment, there was nothing but unity and peace. We were meant to be from the start, and I knew some amazing things were going to happen.
I can tell you, there's nothing like being around people that are hungry for education and people that really want to win. And we're about that because that's what we're always about. It was just electric the whole time we were there, from coming down the escalators and us yelling out and everybody talking and getting stopped by everybody. It was just an electrifying experience. And there was so much love for what we were doing, bringing real education. It was just phenomenal.
Phenomenal. And Miss Sierra Chantel, what about you, babes?
It was a perfect harmony song. Like we was the best R&B group, down to the best orchestra, down to the best picture for 2024 and on. It was just amazing. Everything was good from the director all the way down to the leading roles and everything else. Like it was no small parts. Everybody played their parts. Everything was just amazing. Everybody shined. It was a blessing. It was a really, really good weekend.
And there's another young lady who's not on the screen, but I know she's up there beating some faces somewhere around this country. Miss Kayla Dixon, when I tell you she beat our face every day, all the models, all our faces, like we woke up like this for real, slaying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you felt like you was doing something once Kayla got hold of your face. So again, Kayla Dixon, which was another instrument in our whole band, as you should say, right? The models, amazing. And then y'all, that's gonna be my word, amazing. It was so much harmony. We laughed, we watched movies together, we broke bread together. Like, what didn't we do this entire weekend? But we were not tired. I know we keep talking about stairs. I'm gonna tell y'all, we had an Airbnb, right? That y'all know, do y'all research. Airbnb was amazing, but they had some steps that was out of this world. And once we got upstairs, we were like, we are staying up there. We felt victory in the upper room already. I'll tell y'all that. It was victory just making sure we made it to the top without falling.
Yes.
Once we got to the top, we was cool, we was family. Let's say this. You know how hard it is sometimes when, I like what Sierra said, it was no little person, it was no big person. I'm gonna say with Tracy, right? I threw Tracy, and those who know me know I'm gonna throw you in the water, but I'm not gonna let you drown. Right. You went in as the first presenter, Did not even know you was even going to be. You was like, Mitch, I just came down to assist. I didn't had no idea me and Morgan was going to be doing anything. If you're around me, I'm going to push you. So Tracy, Morgan, how did y'all feel being the first fish in the water? I threw you in the water. You swam, and I mean, you went lap to lap to lap, and you shared everything with the audience and with each other, because we was like, wow, I didn't know you could do this, and this was great, Tracy and Morgan.
Right.
So how do you feel like, me pushing you? Was it embarrassing? Was it, oh my God, I'm gonna kill Mitch when it's over? Like, what was that feeling of us just throwing you out there in the water starting off?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like you said, I didn't know I was doing anything. When I walked in and Miss D said, well, what model you want to start with first? And I was like, oh, okay. I thought I was just coming to assist. But when you threw me in the water for the first time, I felt safe. That was the first time I ever felt nervous. I felt like I was protected. If I was gonna drown, I knew that y'all had my back, that you had my back. So I felt comfortable for the first time ever, of even with me teaching my classes here. It was a whole comfort zone of, okay, get up there, move in harmony, do what she say, keep it moving. You know what you're doing. Don't stumble, don't fall. They got you. And that's how I felt. It was just harmony all the way through, just all the way through. So I appreciate you throwing me out there. I didn't expect it, but I appreciate that. I really do.
Morgan,
But
how did you
yeah,
feel protecting your mom? Yeah, it was like, hey, Miss Mitch, what you doing? You throwing my mama. But Morgan, how you feel about it?
I was like, who I'm with? So I was excited. I mean, I wasn't nervous. It just felt right. When you're around people that just love and it's harmony, and it's just everything flowed. I was protected. I was like, it was just, I'm with my family, so I just felt, I felt good. Like now it's just been like, now I'm like, okay, what stage we gonna get on now? Who I'm with?
I like that. I know, because Kayla already started sending me other things that she wants to be involved in. Now let's go to this, because I'm gonna jump all over the place. I know Saturday started off, but Sierra, let's just talk about the outfits a little bit, because let me tell you, people, one thing we don't realize is that your gifts will make room for you, right? And
Right.
with Sierra, I will show her something, tell her something, and she'll do it without even hesitating and exceeding a lot of things that we are looking for. And Sierra, how does that feel? Because I will throw some stuff at you midnight and say, do it, and you do it, and you do it exceedingly doubly above all. So how does that feel that you have a contract coming up? I mean, you got a contract.
Right.
This, you know what I'm saying? God is good, because when you show up, God is going to show out, and he is doing that.
That part.
So how do you feel about now? Hey, you got a new contract, but you did it unselfishly, and you started from the beginning with, hey, this is what we're going to wear. Mitch, what's the colors? Where we going with this? And the whole nine.
Honestly, it just feels right. Sometimes when we are given assignments, a lot of times we fall short or we question it. And the first time that Mitch gave me the opportunity to style the models, it was years ago. But now it's like, okay, Mitch, we got to make sure our models is on point, because anybody who knows Mitch, she stands out. And I wanted our models to also be a reflection of exactly what Impact Beauty is. So me and Mitch will be on the phone until the wee hours of the night, sending stuff back and forth until we just be like, okay, we're confused. But I love it. I love it. I love everything about it. And then my team is very encouraging. And then Tracy was like, hey, I want to be bedazzled too. And it's like, I got you, sis. So it's like, it's just amazing. I mean, the feeling of it is just unexplainable. I'm just grateful that I had the opportunity and the platform, because anybody who know me, I'm not a seamstress, but I am actually happy that I have the ability to do what I do and love what I do.
I love it.
I really enjoy it. I really do.
I love it.
I'm excited. Y'all wait to the next show. Woo, woo.
Oh, y'all see some of the
Yes,
things we did. Listen,
yes.
all we need is a staple gun, some glue, and some safety pins, and it's on and popping. You know what I'm saying? So y'all,
Right.
this is how it goes down in a major way. With being a part of Impulse Summit, with being a part of Impact Beauty, with just being a part of family. And that's what it's about, because we believe in sharing. And so D Clay, when it came down to color selections and y'all both, everybody was saying, okay, we're going to do this color on this model. This is going to be good. You had some amazing information in class that you shared with so many people. What is it that keep you driving? What's the driving force for you? Just keep going and keep going with your color selections and the things that you're doing.
Well, bottom line is because I love it. I love what I do, but what I love most of all is when I'm standing there and I'm speaking to others and I see that light come on in them where they say they got it. They got it. So every time I go on stage or every time I'm educating, I'm thinking, what can I convey to the people who are out there to give them something they didn't know so they can go back and they can increase their revenues? Lots of times whenever I'm choosing a color, to be honest, I choose colors by what trends are going on because they come to these type shows like Bronner Brothers to see what the latest trends are. But not only do I want you to get the trend, I want you to get the latest technology too. That's why I try to combine them both by bringing new information. But the biggest take home for me is when I see light bulbs. When I see people say, I got it. When you can see on their face that got it. That's
Right.
my joy. That's my day. That brightens my life.
Somebody said, I love the way she explains color. And that's Miss J Styles, Jacinta. So, hey, your gifts are making room for you. And it definitely knows that it brightens up the day, D, because you are so passionate about people. And that's what Impulse Summit is about. It's about people over profit. And so when you are around us, you have no choice but to put yourself in the places of individuals sitting in the seats and saying, I want to make sure you get it. And as our mentor said, until the last one leave. And so that's what it's about. So Lee Oliver, you, myself, and Christy, we started out on Saturday, early Saturday morning before the team started for our 4 o'clock. But we had a 10 a.m. with Texture of Change. And we did a business portion with them. And Christy was in there sitting in with us as well. How did you feel about, we now have 4 classes, right? We have morning and evening, morning and afternoon. How did you feel about the first initial, class setting for as Bronner Brothers, and we was with Texture Change that was partnered with us? How did you feel about that business class, Excel and Elevate?
I felt really good about the class because we were given something that I don't think anybody else thought we were going to bring. They know we came to bring the cuts, the color, the styling. They already know we was going to kill it with that. They done seen us before. They know we always bring something fresh and something great. But when we do that business component onto it and tying it in with practical solutions, it was just a slam dunk. And as people started to come in, that led to the whole weekend just really popping off because people got so much just in that little class. They're like, we got to come to the cut class. We got to come to the cut. We got to see the team. So it just really kicked off the weekend like phenomenally. And Texas Change did an amazing job of highlighting what it was about, really to have the whole Bronner experience and be pushing towards more education in the industry in a very direct way.
So I'm going to encourage anyone, if you are on this live this evening and you was in our class and you got something from it, hey, put it in the comments so that we can address it, because this evening we're going and doing a recap, but we also doing a refresh, and everything that we know means again. So that means we are coming at you again in September. This is going to be our 6th year. Let me tell you how God worked, right? This is the year of victory, and every year God gives me what to call it. Changing and transforming lives spiritually, professionally, and personally, right? And every year, God's saying, listen, it's victory this year. And if you see the VI, that's the number 6. Come on, somebody. We can't make this up. And this is victory where we know that everything is overcome in the world. 1 John 5:4. If you are sitting in the seats and you know that you are ready for something different, if you are ready for victory, if you're ready to venture out and see something, let's do it. Let's do it in September the 21st through the 23rd. And listen, when you look at those numbers, it says 2024. So 20th, come in on Friday through 24. So y'all see how that worked? Go ahead. A young lady called me. She said, Micheline, oh my God, they said the hotel rooms were sold out already. We have to now have a meeting with them tomorrow to go ahead and open up some more rooms. This thing is not playing at all. And we also know that you're going to be also seeing and comment on YouTube as well. So YouTube, anytime you see us, comment so that we can address you, because this evening we are giving away some amazing things. There was so many people. I want to say it was 25 people who registered and took the time out to go ahead and fill out the things. We told everybody, blasted, told them, hey, if you join us on this is an opportunity for you to win 3 different things. Everybody say 3. There's power. There's power in the number 3, right? But we got 3 plus 3 is 6. And we're going to know that this evening, we're going to also do some amazing, amazing things. So let me say this. We went over natural hair, textures. We went over cuts, color. We went over business tips. What else am I missing? Like we went over makeup with Kayla. I'm talking about like amazing things that was there. We had our clappers. We had people was like, can I get a clapper? Can I get a clapper? You know, I'm like, man, out of clappers. We was like all over.
Yeah, I didn't even get a chance to bring me a clapper home. We gave them all out.
I get y'all stuff because I don't even have. You see me looking around. I don't even have one myself. But here, this is where let's talk about double duos. Sometimes when you're around individuals, they just want the light to shine on them, right? I love the fact that everyone shared the scene. No one was left out. As they say, we did no child, no woman, no man left behind. We pulled everybody together and we just had to look at each other. We knew where to move next. It was just crazy, right? I said, Tracy, I guess you understood me when I was just doing these numbers like this. Tracy was like, okay, boy, I was like, you know, a lot of times people are just I'm in the control. So let's talk about this for a minute. We have been doing platform. I know D and myself been doing it for a numerous amount of years. So we can look at each other and we know what's next. But then we have Lee and Kristen. Then we have you and Morgan that came up and y'all just blended in to win along with Sierra and Kayla. Blend in to win. What is that about? Like, what do you think started that? Because sometimes you can get with people, like you said, Tracy, sometimes you can go places, but I'm ready to go home. You know, this is not working for me. Like, you know, I did this right here is not working. And it was a spirit that we had to really pray. And we had a phenomenal prayer early in the morning that just set the tone, the whole atmosphere where the devil knew he had to go. He had no room. How does it feel to be around individuals that don't talk about it, but we be about it?
Oh my God, it's phenomenal. I get up every morning with you and Miss Steve for 6:45 a.m. prayer, and I may sound like a big kid, but it felt so good knowing that we were all in the house together, still on the line, getting ready for prayer. And it was a moment that I was like, Lord, I'm actually in the house with my prayer sisters. And for it to carry over into my life on a daily basis, but to carry over into the whole entire weekend, that was the set right there. God was the top of all of the harmony. If you were not about what was going on underneath that roof, with God being first, you were not allowed to stay in that atmosphere. And that is the bottom line on that. So it was nothing but God that set the atmosphere and the harmony through all of us where we could know those signals.
Yes.
If you didn't know the signals, then you had to go. Exactly. Keeping it
real. Listen, we had so much fun. And I'm just gonna say this: everyone that has been around me know I love the joke, right? And so we talked about these stairs. Like the house was full of stairs, the stairs must be stairs to go upstairs, right? And so I said, I just want to see who you win. And when I said I want to see who's gonna be the first person to come and see if I fell down these stairs. And so I didn't get a chance to video record me screaming at first. I hit the wall. And then I said, let me start this camera to see who exactly is going to come first. I want to know how was that? Because again, I could have easily scared y'all off because I can't play with Tracy was about to beat me. But how did y'all feel about the laugh? Like we had fun laughing, D.
We did.
I mean, Lee was like the last. So I think Lee was last. D didn't come at all. But
I came. I just pulled up the picture. But look, y'all know, I know Mitch. I didn't hear no blue, 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 blue. All I heard was, I said, oh, that's Mitch being Mitch. I'm like, that is Mitch being Mitch. If I would have heard that blue, 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 I would have hobbled all around that corner. But I was like, look at Mitch being Mitch.
So how did that feel about the joking? Just joking with you all and just playing.
I think like you have to have that. You absolutely have to have that. If you're part of a team or an environment that cannot laugh at themselves, you got to change the environment.
Right.
Right.
And even though you got your get back coming, man, don't worry, we all
Yes.
conspiring over here. You got your get back coming. It's much appreciated just because whenever you're dealing with people and you're all going towards the same direction, you can be in a space where you can do that. And we know it's all love. So
Right.
I thought it was funny. That's why I was the last one around the corner, because I'm like, let me make sure that she ain't just trying to pull something on us, which she was. But, that's that.
I had to. Like Morgan, I mean, you should have seen Kayla's face. Kayla was like, she's like, I'm kind of scared to see what was
She didn't know what to do. She was like, should I go? What's going on? She was just like,
Rhonda, the model, came straight on upstairs. She's like,
Rhonda came straight up.
I
Yes.
was laughing so hard. I started sliding down the steps.
yes.
I was so hard. I tell you right now. We had a young lady that's on our prayer group, Miss Ayers, right? Miranda Ayers. And she gave a testimony to us after the class was over. She was like, Mitch, I was on the prayer that morning, and the prayer was about prayer changes things. That's what it was about. And the situation where her husband had passed out at church, and they was calling her because they thought she was in town when she wasn't. And she said she just started thinking about our devotion that day. Prayer changes things. Prayer changes things. And it did. It changed the whole situation, or the trajectory of what it could have been, because she didn't focus on the bad. She focused on victory. She focused on, hey, prayer do change things, and it's going to change a situation where where I can't get to my husband, but I know he's going to be okay. And so with that testimony, that just made us get a whole nother boost of energy throughout the whole weekend. I want to say this. How does it feel to see something and then live it? Like we talk about it, we be about it every morning, 6:45 a.m., but we live someone actually testifying and saying, oh my God, this really did happen. And prayer changes things. What is that? Miss Morgan, you can.
I can do it. Okay. I feel like, what is it? I don't think it's a thing. I think it's like a feeling. I think that just waking up, being able to pray about it and be around people who do the same thing, it's phenomenal. It's in harmony. You have to be blended with people who, want the same thing, want the same goals, and, pray and do all of those things. But just to be able to do it and see it and feel it, I think the feeling of it was just like, oh my God, like, oh my mighty God, like, thank you, Lord. Like, I've been thanking God every day, even before, but now it's just like I feel it more, So I'm just so grateful to even be around all of these legends, it's a blessing. It's really a blessing.
And you are both, Tracy and you, are a blessing, because I met you all in Jacksonville, Florida, just months before Mpulse Summit 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And we just had a special draw to each other. And it was just something where I just kept watching y'all and watching y'all. Like Kayla, if Kayla was on here, she'd tell you, I just kept staring. Kayla was like staring at me. But you see how the connection go, right? Sometimes my eyeballs, I'm like, Lord, you sure? You got me looking at this person over and over. But we drew to each other, right?
Right.
And you all joining us in Atlanta, and y'all didn't hesitate. Y'all came on in and y'all win. We always say everything attached us win, and that's true. How did you feel about the winning team? Because we feel like y'all a winning team to me. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Lee, Christy, Dee, we feel like y'all a winning team because of what y'all do. How did y'all feel about being the winning team to us?
Being a winning team, y'all. Oh my gosh.
Brought us on the winning team.
I'm so grateful to even say that, I'm a part of a winning team. That's a blessing to even to say. Thank you so much, Mitch. I just want you to know that I'm very appreciative of everything. I just see a different light on things now. Just the way I move, the way I can talk now. I feel more, confident in myself. Even just working over the few days coming back, I just got a little swag to my styles now, so it's just I feel like it's more of a confident thing now. I'm like, I feel like I'm walking in my purpose. And just to have somebody to push me into it, granted, my mom does it all the time, but just another like auntie to push me, like, come on, we can do this.
Right.
It really feels good. I'm so grateful. Like I say it all the time.
And let me tell you, we're going to talk about this a little later, but you also received some amazing news before we left. Where
Yes.
we shared some great, we'll talk about that a little later, how the faith of being around the right people, how God
Right.
will deliver, how he will deliver right on time. And he did that right on time.
Yes.
Miss D.
Yes.
Clay, now you've been around me for a long time. And of course, you said it, what again is the one that you say, okay, Mitch, I want to go here. And I know, with you there, you bring about a different presence. And you're very passionate. What is it that keep you saying, okay, Mitch, we're gonna go here now? Where we going next? Where we going next? So you could have easily stopped and say, you know what, do your own thing. I'm gonna do my own thing. What is it that you look for when you are around me, the team, Impulse Summit, Impact Beauty, that just keeps you going?
Well, I'm gonna be totally transparent and honest. God gave me an assignment, and I feel as if my assignment is actually to help uplift Impulse and you. So wherever you and Impulse are, that's where I know I'm supposed to be. And he will always guide me. And it's ironic how things happen, because with Tracy and Morgan being within our circle, last year at Impulse Summit, Tracy, who was your POC, point of contact?
Misty.
Every year we have what's called a point of contact. That's the person that keeps the person in contact with everything that's going on with the summit.
Yep.
And that's one of the things that makes the summit outstanding, not just for the people who attend, but the people who are educating there too. So remember, September the 20th to 23rd, you have to make sure you come to Charlotte and join us again so you can feel that experience. But God had things planned for Tracy and Morgan already, because they gave us a connection. And it's just the connection and the growth that I know the Impulse is going to cause, and the impact it's going to have on the industry as it continues to grow, as we continue to go. So as long as we are doing what God has led you as the leader to do, and we follow you, we know we can't go wrong. So I will always show up and show out, because I know that you are on an assignment, and my assignment is to help you achieve your assignment.
I appreciate that so much. That is, a lot of times people will look at other people's dreams and other people's aspirations or other people's assignments like that's them, not me. But on this screen, I've seen this weekend unselfishness that is going to carry on in September. What are you looking forward to? I'm gonna start with Christy and Lee. What are you looking forward to in September? And I don't want everybody to give the same answer. Let's think about this. Let's don't get the same answer. Christy and Lee, what are you looking forward to bring to Impulse Summit, to get back from Impulse Summit, to pull on Impulse Summit in September?
Well, I'll start by saying this. I've always had a very giving heart and a very loving heart, and I will pour into people as much as I can. But my mom always said to me, you spend time pouring into the wrong people and you come back empty. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you, when I left, I felt like I poured into people, and I felt like people poured into me. And this is one of the first environments I have ever felt that. So I'm looking to bless someone, and I'm looking for them to bless me in whatever capacity that God sees fit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to add this before Lee says something. People were like, I came into the class because I came across this beautiful young lady that was smiling at me doing the clap. I'm like, come on in. So, you have already started your heart pumping at Bronner Brothers Atlanta. And just imagine what y'all going to get from this young lady when you come to Charlotte, North Carolina in September, because she does have a very giving heart. And she's attached to this gentleman right here who also have a very giving heart. Mr. Lee, what do you plan on bringing?
So
taking back.
So I plan on bringing a lot more of what we bought at Bronner. And one of the things that we always talk to people about in class is that, look, we just giving you like the little taste, the taste of what you'll get at Impulse Summit. The level of education that we were bringing, we demand that of everybody who's speaking on our stage. So people were impressed by our professionalism. We weren't holding anything back. We were giving them everything that they needed. It wasn't some cliffhanger thing where you got to come get a little bit more after you pay behind it. We gave everything that we had. And whenever we do an event, when we do Impulse Summit, it is that. So I'm just so excited about people seeing that. But every single class, not just the Mitch and Lee class was good and Tracy, they had a good, no, every single class will feel like that.
Yes.
And I'm excited for people seeing that, but I'm more excited to get from the summit another sense of family and coming home again. Because every year when I go to Impulse, I feel like I'm coming home. I feel like it's family all over again. And even though it's work, even though we running here, there, we doing everything, it's just so amazing because you're in that environment where you're gonna make lifelong connections. So I'm excited for that.
I love it. Miss Tracy, what do you plan on? Because this will be your third year at Impulse Summit, right? What do you plan on bringing and taking back?
I plan on bringing, I want to say everything that we brought to Bronner's. I plan on bringing 100% of what is needed from the natural hair industry. I plan on bringing, I know you said don't repeat what everybody said, but it's hard not to, just giving everything that I got to pour into others, like they said. When you're a part of Impulse Summit, it's hard not to want to give.
Yeah.
You can be selfish, any other time. I can't be. I mean, I just love the fact of the way the team move behind the scenes. I can talk in the front. We can talk about the classes. We can talk about everything. But my first year at Impulse Summit, the behind the scenes is what really matters to a lot of people, and especially to me, on the way you're treated. And every step that we make, every move that we make, we were checked on, we was loved on, we was made sure that we was okay. Just like Miss D say, from POC all the way down, Miss D would check on me, make sure this is right, that is right. You have no idea how hard that is to find when you are going to be a part of something, because you can be mistreated. Yes. And I have been plenty of times. And this, I'm sorry, but this is the first time ever. I'm 52 years old. I've been in this industry for 25 years. This is the first time I have been at any event and have felt comfortable and not felt to the fact of I'm being talked about, I'm being mistreated or anything. But I love it. I absolutely love what you have put together. And again, I will say over and over again, I am so grateful and so thankful for you and everything that you do for everyone, not just me, but for everybody that you pour into. And it's funny because I said, God, do she get tired? Do she sleep? And we was able to witness that a little bit. I heard say, okay, I'm gonna go lay down. I know that's off subject, but I finally was like, okay, she's gonna get some rest. Let her rest, Lord, and we'll get back up the next day. But I am also looking forward to church service. Looking forward to the church service. Let me tell you, I will continue to say this event is a faith-filled family reunion. And if you don't believe in God, stay home.
Stay home.
Period. Point blank. And that's just that.
That's it.
That's it.
We said that announcement in the class. We was like, listen, if you don't want to see him, hear him, and know about it, you might want to leave right now. Right now. It's okay. It's okay. Because he all in the building. We can witness it, right, Morgan, from the seats being empty to standing room only in the class. Like they was all around the wall, sitting around, and we could not get them to leave. We was like, oh, okay, listen, we got to get out this room. Like, come on outside. Come on.
It was
meet us outside. And then we'll be there, right, Morgan? And
yes.
So y'all will be, exceeding. There's a question. How will you exceed from your 2023 to your 2024 presentation? Because we already started talking about doing a little bit of things, a little bit of, how we plan on exceeding that. What are we thinking about?
I know for a fact that I want to stay on topic of what we talked about, the what, why, and when, and how, just explain a little bit more, give a little bit more. I'm just ready to pour into people more and less than getting poured into, because it's just like, I get poured in with you guys as being my family. So, I want to be able to pour into everyone else, but I just feel like us focusing on that, making sure that, people can just know that the natural hair world is it's phenomenal and it's big. So, it's a lot to learn from it. So just want to stick on doing a little bit of my homework, making sure that, we come for the victory in September.
It's up from here. You see how the two fingers fit? It's up from
Yes.
That's it. It's up
Yes.
to here.
looking forward to 2024. I'm truly excited. I know this is one of my first lives I've done in a while because God didn't release me yet to do live. And I'm just going to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Because every time I wanted to go live, I just wasn't feeling like it was something that needed to be said then. But I feel like now it's just escalating because I'm wearing my Who You With. I know we have Renee McCann, a couple of more people that's on here that's already signed up for Mpulse Summit. So you are Who You With 2024, right? Of course, I have my believe on because I believe in victory. So yes, I've been rocking these ever since the summit. You know what I'm saying? So it's a conversation piece where everybody said, what's this? Hey, Who You With 2024. We believe in victory. So all of these things can collide together for a greater cause. And so looking forward to Impulse Summit 2024, there's a couple of things that we want you to put in mind. Be prepared to change spiritually. Be prepared to change personally. And then be prepared to change professionally. And y'all see how we put these in order because when we change the spirit, we change the whole atmosphere. And then we're going to go in spiritually. A lot of classes that we're going to be offering is going to be dealing with the mindset, the heart, the inside. If we get the inside right, the rest of it is going to flow because you'll be able to pray. You know how, Morgan, you say you went back and you had a new step and you had a new way of doing things and you felt new because you was around family that poured into you spiritually, right?
Right.
You personally because there were some things that we was able to. This is our first time staying on the roof together. Like we've never stayed together. We've never done anything together for a long period of time or a short period of time. So this weekend it showed us, you trusting us and we trusting you all to come in. And so with this, we're talking about how can we build up? How can we exceed what it was from last year and the year before and the year before that? And this is coming up on our 6th year. So we're already, the key holders are already saying, what can we do to really get into exceeding these things, breaking barriers? And I know last year was the all white event, right? This year it's the shades of blue. The shades of blue. So we want to see sea blue. We want to see sky blue. We want to see electric blue, royal blue, any blue that you want. We want to see it on Saturday. And when I say presentations and different things like that, because Tracy, that was your first year doing presentation with us last year.
My first time.
Yeah, how was that? Because, again, we threw you out in the water. We said, swim. Again, we don't want to see, and we didn't want to see what you was doing because if God told us to trust you, he know that you was going to do what needed to be done and how it needed to be done. So how was that preparing for that presentation?
It was very exciting. I was very happy when I got the phone call from you and you said it, and I said, okay. I said, okay, yeah, I can do that. I got off the phone. I was like, oh my God, I got to get my stuff together. But it was wonderful. It really was. I first went out, first time doing this. And I was thankful and grateful again. The all white party is whatever. This is the first thing that everybody step into. It's the first night, and everybody's looking forward to this, this big event of the opening of what's going to happen for the rest of the summit. So me being the opening, I was like, okay, this got to be right. I got to set the tone right. Now, if I don't have it right, I'm probably going to come back next year. So we got to make sure this is right.
I'm going to give you more chance.
So
I said he's a God again.
Okay, one more chance. Listen, so when it was all over with, I was so nervous and nothing was said, and I was like, okay, God, I'm not sure. I don't know if it was all right. So I caught Chris at the end of the cream and green. I said, did I do okay? He said, oh yeah, you did good. And I was like, oh Lord, I'm not really sure. But when I did speak to Mitch, I think it was a couple of weeks. Normally it was a couple of weeks later. It was like a week later. And when you said, hey, I think we're going to come back next year and we're going to all do something together. on the stage. And I was like, okay, I'm ready. So it was phenomenal. Please come. Let me tell you, the all white party, the cream and green. You got to be there September 21st. You got to. There is no excuses. People ask me every year when I come back, oh, I'm gonna go next year. Oh, I'm gonna go next year. Listen, this is your time. Everything is set up where you can make payments. You can be a founder. We need y'all in the building. I'm not coming back and telling y'all nothing else. We got the victory over here. Y'all better join us.
Talking about collabing together, because we had makeup artistry by Taylor, we had color by D, we had, silk press and designing head to toe from Sierra. We had natural texture. We had business. We touched on some of everything within these the 3 days that we was there, right? Just imagine when we collab together on stage at Mpulse Summit. A gentleman had called me, Corey had called me, he said, man, you was the talk of my salon. I was like, what happened? They was like, girl, you did that cut in 6 minutes. Dougie Fresh is on. I was like, I had 6 minutes? 6 minutes? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And so it went down in a major way. He said, my team want you to come do a cutting class at my salon. And so that is how I guess will make room for you. People was asking me, can you come and do a professional, a personal class of color for me? So I know people was pulling us aside saying, can we do all this? You're going to see all of us in Charlotte, North Carolina, under one roof, collabing together. And when I say that, we're going to be doing some little bit of everything, because we just had, that was a test run. That was just something where it was like, wow. And it went amazing, right, D?
Yes.
So it was just harmony. Everybody looked at each other, they knew what to do. Everybody knew how much. And I'm telling you, it just went from one go.
It flowed. It just completely flowed.
It flowed. And so, D, again, being around me for so long, of course, she's one of the most honest people that's going to pull me to the side and be like, hey. But we had such a good time. We had nothing to say but greatness. We came back to the room ready. We even watched a movie. A dumb movie, but we watched a movie and we broke bread together. You know what I'm saying? We cooked in the house. We didn't want to go nowhere. We just wanted to stay in the house around each other. And that felt good, because sometimes you want that outlet and say, you know what, let me go sit down in a restaurant. Let me just go see around. But we want to stay in the house. We really want to talk to each other and just, be around each other to soak up everything that we had to offer. Let's say this, we had so many testimonies from individuals. We had 25 testimonies that was recorded that we're going to be sharing. I know, Lee, you shared about 3 or 4 of them so far. He shared about 2 or 3 of them so far about testimonies that was in the class that made us feel good, because sometimes people don't know how you touch them because they don't have time to tell you, or you don't have anything else to really go. But we definitely want to talk about how can the tips of us telling them why they need to be at Mpulse Summit. And we don't going to take long. We're not going to stay here long, but I just need us to know, we just need a 2-second commercial of why they need to be at Mpulse Summit. D, why do they need to be at Summit? Let me say who, what, why, and when. Let's go ahead and do that. Whichever one you want to say, who, what, why, and when. Who needs to be there? Go ahead, D.
Everyone needs to be there. Why? Because it's a life-changing experience. When? September the 20th through 24th in Charlotte, North Carolina. Bottom line, it is a summit that is not, as Mitch always says, it's more than just hair. It's spiritual. It helps you mentally. It helps you physically. It helps your relationship. It helps you save money, grow money. Everyone needs to be there. There is something for everyone. Mpulse Summit has the victory, and we want to share the victory with you in September.
All right. Mr. Lynn Christie, give us the commercial of why, who, what, when, and why they need to be at Mpulse Summit in September.
Everyone.
I would say everyone needs to be there. That's the who. If you feel like you're lacking something in this industry, you need to be there. If you feel like you just got a taste at Bronner, you need to be there. If you feel like you just don't know what to do next, you need to be there. And that, I mean, that's the who, the why, and all that other stuff. And it's September 21st through the 23rd. Make sure you are there. It is going to be phenomenal. Bronner is just like the little tip of the iceberg. And I'm so glad that we all got a chance to show out and show what we can do, because we bringing that for 3 whole days. So everybody need to be there.
I love it. Tracy Morgan.
Okay. So when September 21st through the 23rd, you need to be in Charlotte, North Carolina. Why? Because we are bringing you and letting you see, and you need to know that you need the victory. And when I did the win,
Yeah.
why?
Who is it good for?
God, but
Right.
who? Because God gonna be in the building, and y'all need to be in the building with us.
Right.
Who's gonna be there? So all roads lead to Charlotte, North Carolina, because God will be in the building. And trust me, you're gonna take everything from Him through us back home, and
That's
it's
it.
gonna blow up.
Yep. Morgan, you want to add
I
anything to
tell
that?
you, it's gonna
Yeah,
blow up. It's
definitely.
gonna
I
blow
feel
up.
like, I mean, September 21st through the 23rd, I mean, you need to be there. Who you with? I mean, we this year we got the victory. Everybody needs to be there. You're gonna get you got classes. You're gonna we I mean classes. We're gonna have love, harmony. We bringing the Lord in it. Number one. I mean, come on. South
That's it.
Carolina, North Carolina. I'm sorry,
That's
North
it.
Carolina.
Look, who you with?
Sep-
Who you
I'm
with?
All
saying
of
this.
them.
The who
Mitch,
is
can I
who
say
you
one
with.
last thing?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
One last thing. And if you are a future professional or you know any other future professionals, make sure that you bring them to Charlotte because that is going to be the foundation for the start of their career. There'll be so many other people there who are in the industry who can pour into them who are just not in the classroom. It will show them how to be professional, how to build a clientele, also give them the skills. And we also give them a special rate to come. They don't have to pay what professionals pay. They have their own special rate. So if you know any student, any future professional that you feel needs to be there, sponsor someone, have them to come to Charlotte the 21st to the 23rd for Mpulse Summit. So again, they can share the victory also through their whole entire career.
Let me
Right.
say this because we promised a couple of things. If you register with us, you was going to win one entry to Impulse Summit, right? The next thing is we have our Impulse Summit victory cups. Come on, somebody. Everybody say yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then we're going to be giving away this one is actually created, but we're going to be giving away some victory paraphernalia. Y'all see how we swagged it out. Miss Dana did all of these, but Miss Sierra did all of the details of coming in and adoring them, right? Adoring them.
Right.
If you register, we have these names right here. We're going to spin. So let everybody know we honest, we fair. We got 3 spins, right? The first one is going to be for the victory cup. The second one is going to be for the victory paraphernalia. And the third one is going to be for your entry, full ride. When I say anything but the airport, and hold on, let me go back up. Your classes into Info Summit. That was my flight too, and my hotel. No, but you can go into the Hilton and make sure you take your stay, and you do not pay until after you stay. Again, September the 21st to the 23rd. Let's see. Are we ready for this, ladies and gentlemen? Are we ready to see?
Let's
Yes.
go.
As you say, yeah, yeah.
Victory.
All right, so
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
we're gonna go in here. Our first spin. I think Frenchie. Here we go. We have a little glare. All right, so the winner is Miss Caprice. Miss Caprice. I want to see her last name. Start with a D. Hold on a second, because I got it over here. Lee, you look at that list. Let me see this list. Miss Caprice. I want to make sure I'm saying her name fully because I made sure I took it to my other phone real quick. Hold on a second. And this phone locked up on me. Let me see. All right. So the name of this individual that actually won this, her name is Caprice, and last name Durham, Durham. She's the winner of our victory cup. Okay. Now let's spin again. This one is for the paraphernalia.
They're not on the line. They can't get it.
Oh, that look! I'm hearing it.
Be on the line.
I'm hearing in the background. If they're not on live, they can't get it. Oh my goodness, my heart is hurting for them. This one is Miss Price, And her first name is Quache, and her last name is Price. Okay.
Is she on the live?
Uh-oh, let's see if she's on the live. I don't know, because we got to do Instagram too. That's the only thing. All right. And the next one is for Mpulse Summit classes. Y'all ready? And that is Miss Melissa Hicks. Melissa Hicks. So these are the individuals. So Melissa, if you're listening, hopefully you're on this live tonight, because we want to make sure that we are giving you a full ride to Mpulse Summit, September the 21st through the 23rd in Charlotte, North Carolina. So these names, Caprice, Melissa, we got to get y'all in the building. And how can we get you in the building? Oh, must be present to. Oh, that hurt my whole feelings right there. Somebody probably, y'all better tell them right now. Y'all better jump on real quick. If you are on this live tonight, let us know you are here and in the building, because we want to make sure that we give you all this. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see here. I hope y'all on. That's right here gonna hurt my feelings right here.
That's it. That's the three.
She said I'm on. So Miss Hicks said I am on. Congrats.
Let's go.
Congratulations, Miss Hicks. Yeah, y'all give it up for her. That is so awesome. So congratulations. You will be joining us in Charlotte, North Carolina. We want to make sure we get all of your information. I think we have it all, but we thank you for registering. Oh, she said, nope, that's not me. That's a different one.
Oh.
Don't do that, Miss Hicks. Don't do that. So if you know about Melissa Hicks, let us know. I'm up here reading these comments. That's funny. You got me good, right? Congratulations. Somebody said congratulations. So I'm going to tell you, stay tuned. This is not the only time that we're going to be doing this, because we're going to be coming in and making sure that people are at Mpulse Summit, because it is an experience. This is not a hair show. There's nothing to be showing. This is an experience, and we take all of our classes serious. We have some amazing elite educators that we're going to be releasing to you real soon, because these individuals, of course, every year God gives us different people and different things to do. And so this year, we're actually bringing in more and more power players for Mpulse Summit 2024. Our team, is there anything else y'all need to say before we get off this live today?
I will say this as some housekeeping. We have been broadcasting this on Instagram Live. So it is on both platforms. We haven't got anybody yet to speak up and say they won. So make sure you claim this prize. Y'all came to the class. You did the right thing. You don't want to miss this summit. so come claim your prize now.
And of course, just like they said on here, and now we're going to bring the whole team back up. You can still be a founder. Sign up now. You want to be a founder, because that is in our VIP, and that is something those who ever been around us know how we treat our VIPs. We treat everybody amazing. Don't get me wrong. But there's some special things that we do for our individuals that are founders, who you with. And so you want to be a part of that. 124 will lock you in, and then we will take payments out from now until close to the summit, but not too close. Okay. So if you want to go ahead and lock in, go ahead and put your 124 in. It's something that you do not want to miss out on, definitely, because it is a part of something that is breathtaking. It is something that sometimes I get a loss for words. Sometimes I'm trying to find words, and I'm like, no, that ain't good enough. No, that word ain't good enough. I'm still like trying to find that, above all, abundance of words to say. Again, Pastor Major Jones will be joining us, and we're going to go live with him, because y'all got to feel his spirit. He's going to be joining us live and letting you all know what victory is. We're going to be talking about that. So get ready. Stay tuned. Follow us. We now have an official Mpulse Summit page. So make sure you share anything on there that you'll see. We'll be going live even more and more and more. And so I thank Lee for doing personal phone calls for individuals that attended. For us, again, we have Rhonda that's on here, and Rhonda has been doing an amazing job, which is a model. And when I tell you, she has been doing an amazing job with sharing things. And we know that the last day for payments will be in July. So you can start now, and your last payment will be taken out in July. So from now until then, we want to make sure that you register. 124 will lock you in. Cuts, color, natural hair, trichology. When I tell you, you name it, holistic trichology, we're adding that even more. And so these are things that you definitely want to add. And we want to make sure spiritually, personally, and professionally, all this is the spirit. Register at impulsesummit.com. Who you with 2024? It is victory. We'll see you soon. Listen, don't meet us there.
Beat us there.
Love y'all. Y'all have an amazing evening.
Love y'all.
Well, we're moving on up to the east side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. Moving on up to the east side. We finally got a piece of the pie. Fish don't fry in the kitchen. Beans don't burn on the grill. Took a whole lot of trying just to get up that hill. Now we're up in the big leagues, getting our turn at bats. As long as we live, it's you and me, baby. There ain't nothing wrong with that. We're moving on up to the east side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. Moving on up to the east side. We finally got a piece of the pie.
Mpulse Summit transforms lives spiritually, personally, and professionally. Register at mpulsesummit.com.